Bitcoin price post spot Bitcoin ETF launch. What the fuck is going on out here? Well, in this video, we are going to delve a little bit into that right now, exactly what happened. If you guys didn't watch my video yesterday, it's part of that. Go check that one out. I'll leave it up in the link in the cards just above for you guys right there, right now. Welcome back to the Crypto Bliss Show. I'm Kiara Ducasse. Thank you for being here with me, you blessed, benevolent, beautiful soul, and you wonderful Cryptopians. Thank you for being here. Truly appreciate every single one of you guys. We are pumping out there, and we had a crazy collapse in the market yesterday. I was meant to get done a few videos for you, but my business, and I'm busy doing an acquisition of another company at the moment. So I am very, very, very busy at the moment. So lots of things going on. So I really am doing my best to keep up with the videos. But make sure to subscribe because I have a lot of videos that I am going to be releasing today, tomorrow, the next day. If you guys haven't watched my Mega Rich Joe AVAX Gem Decentralized Exchange Gem, go watch that video, guys. You're going to want to get into it. My trade from yesterday is a little bit down. I did add more to my position this morning. I will show you some of my trades are actually down from yesterday. I unfortunately got stopped out of my Bitcoin, but I am going to get into another Bitcoin while I am on this video with you guys once again. All right. Thank you for being here, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and let's sign up with my links down below, my Bybit and my Bitflex links down below. You guys can get some incredible bonuses. Check them out in the description of the video down there. Now, today, the Morales money bubbles, guys. As I just said, we have some blood on the streets from yesterday's Bitcoin absolute obliteration candle. But is this a death candle? Is this the end of the Bitcoin run? No. Remember, we said we need small pullbacks, but I am going to point out some things to you in this video. So make sure to stay tuned right to the very end. There is quite a bit I have to get through, but it's valuable information that could change the way you think about what you need to do on your next moves in crypto. SUI is pumping. I'm still in my SUI trade. We'll talk about that a little bit later. I am in an ICP trade too, but we'll talk about that, guys. As you can see, there's just a lot of blood on the streets today, guys. It just is what it is. The entire crypto market cap is down 4.2%, down 100 to $1.764 trillion once again, $142 billion in trading volume. Crazy stuff happened. SUI swap is pumping 45%. SUI is up 18%. Bioeconomy 2.4%. Rocky the dog, I don't know what the heck that is, but that's up 100%. Myra is up 45%. SUI swap there. So, guys, Bitcoin actually fell 6.8% yesterday, but it's still up 1.6% for the week. So, still nothing to be worried about. I mean, sorry, it's down 1.6% for the week. Ethereum is down 2.8% for the day, but up 13.9% for the week. As you can see, Ethereum has had one of the biggest gains for the week so far, and so has Lido because of Ethereum and Ethereum staking. The rest of it is just what it is, guys. The Fear and Crypto Index currently today is sitting at 64. There was a lot of fear from all of the FUD that happened yesterday. If you guys were checking out my video here, and here, there is huge manipulation that is happening in the market. Why? Because the likes of JP Morgan talking bad about Bitcoin and basically telling us we should ban it. The likes of Vanguard and Merrly Lynch denying, and Bank of America basically denying their customers to buy the spot Bitcoin ETF on using their platforms, or their own money on those platforms. Guys, that's ridiculous. I've never heard of anything more ridiculous like that. And it just gives you an idea of how these banks run and operate themselves, which tells me that you actually need to be smart. If a bank like Vanguard says, we're not going to accept spot Bitcoin ETFs, and the biggest institutional investor, Mr. Larry Fink, says what he is, we'll listen to the video now, but basically says here, discussing BlackRock's announcement that it is buying global infrastructure partners for about $12 billion in cash and stock. So it's not only Bitcoin. He's going to be buying other altcoins, but he has to be very careful right now with what he's saying, especially publicly, because his other crony, Mr. Gensler, is still fighting the shit out of crypto, essentially, basically him and Elizabeth Warren and JP Morgan, all of them, like they're still saying crypto is for bad guys, and there is so much kind of terrorism trading and like dodging funds and all of that. But guys, I mean, blockchain can be tracked, whereas paper money cannot be tracked. Okay, and obviously that's where the criminals will want to operate. So they're operating out of USD, sorry, not USDT, excuse me. But if that makes sense to you guys, then you guys will realize actually that these people that continue to talk about Bitcoin and crypto in this way, to a degree, I think Larry Fink wants to help the space, innovate and grow, put the capital in it, but that's why he's going to invest in it, because he wants a big chunk of it, because he knows that the future of crypto and blockchain are absolutely massive, guys. But don't let the likes of JP Morgan and Elizabeth Warren, FUD you guys out of your crypto. Don't let them do that. Don't be FUDed out, guys. This is the worst time to be FUDed out of your crypto. Now, let's go and listen to what CEO Larry Fink discusses. Okay, right here, right now.
Well, I would put it in the same context. When we bought BGI and iShares was part of it, iShares had $290 billion. Today, iShares is $3.5 trillion. These are just long-term trends that we see, long-term trends in how we see the markets are going to evolve. Much of this, we've made a fundamental belief that the world's capital markets, and this is very good for CNBC, that the world's capital markets are going to become a larger and larger component of economic activity across countries, across the globe. And as I said, if we are going to really elevate our infrastructure as a world and the need for stronger, better airports, power grids, infrastructure as an asset class must grow, and we believe that we are seeing that, and so we are making a large.
It must grow.
Large statement that we believe in the private markets, the future growth in infrastructure is going to be faster than almost any other.
And the bet that you can grow this business, I imagine, by bringing on all the investors who've historically backed you before, to put you in a place to compete against the Brookfields of the world.
Our investors already have been notified. They are really excited about this transaction. They see the merits. Combined BlackRock's infrastructure team and the GIP team, we will now have over $150 billion in infrastructure.
$150 billion in infrastructure. Do you think a $1 trillion asset company is going to spend $150 billion in infrastructure for no reason? Also to list a spot BTF at one of the lowest fees out there? Guys, you do not need to be fooled out of your positions right now in crypto. If you're trading derivatives and you get stopped out like I did, that's okay. Get back in. Okay. This is now's the time.
And we see more and more opportunity.
They see Larry
I would put it in the same
more and more opportunity. Now, with this dude right here, I mean, he needs no introduction. This dude continues to FUD the crypto space, guys. I'm sure you guys are so bored of listening to this person, but he actually gets caught with his pants down in this interview. But before I push play on this, make sure to stay tuned right to the very end, because if you heard Larry Fink and what he was talking about there, he is saying he is investing $150 billion into energy and block infrastructure that is going to help and grow this entire blockchain space and give it the infrastructure to communicate this across to the rest of the world. And remember, Bitcoin has two purposes: energy if you guys watched my video yesterday, go check it out. I showed you right at the end of that video. I relay the information about energy. And the second thing is that it is a savings asset, a hedge against governments printing more money and deflating the value of your money. Okay. And that's why fiat is trash. Just like Kiyosaki says, just like the majority of the billionaires actually say. All right, let's move on, guys. So as you can see here, JP Morgan, and this is interesting after all of this, okay, because we've caught JP Morgan because they are a massive custodian of the Coinbase investments on the listing, the ETF listing. Okay, now that's like fucked up. Okay, JP Morgan Chase profits falls 2.9 billion fee from regional bank rescues. So JP Morgan basically quarterly earnings slipped 15%. I wonder why. Because you continue to tell people that Bitcoin is a shit investment and that you should not invest in it, but yet this is the second time, if not more than the second time, that he's been caught with his pants down buying Bitcoin in the back while publicly announcing that it's a terrible asset and it should be banned. Come on, guys, man. Now, just very interesting because this is how much you need to retire with $1 million, making $120,000 a year. If you're age 30, okay, 0.7% of your income or 7% of your income needs to go into monthly savings, all right? That way, by the time you end up in retirement, you would have had $1 million, guys, because that's just how it compounds. But you need a financial investor to save 10 to 15% of your salary for retirement. But if your goal is $1 million, the percentage you'll need to invest will vary drastically, depending on how old you are when you start investing. Now, guys, if you're in the crypto space, no financial advice, this is a phenomenal place to be because you can make good chunks of money if you are on the right side. Do not be on the sell side right now. Okay. Yes, we might have pullbacks. That's not what I'm saying. We might have pullbacks, guys. Pullbacks are healthy. It's buy the dip opportunities. Like myself, I got stopped out of my trade. No problem. I'm going to buy the dip now. So BlackRock CEO, Bitcoin is bigger than any government and digital gold, according to Fox Business. Okay, this is massive, guys. Now, BlackRock CEO, you could see Bitcoin, shout out to Bitcoin Archive, as a great potential long-term store of value if you're worried government is devaluing the currency. It's like legal digital gold. If you guys watched my video here yesterday, you can go and check out the GBTC and the Bitwise ads over there, and you can go and see that they actually even talk about that in the ad, guys. This is crazy. So now these large institutions like BlackRock and all of them, the 11 listings, they're basically telling us that the governments are shit and they're not doing their job, and you need to hedge your inflations against governments and the paper money by buying this asset, guys. All right. Why do you think all of them are doing it? Do you think that this asset is not going to be successful if 11 of the biggest companies, 13 of the biggest companies in the world, okay, went berserk to get this asset approved? Don't be fooled, please. All right. If you guys are enjoying, you know what to do, please. I haven't seen much likes on my videos, guys, and I haven't seen my beautiful subscribers smashing up that subscribe bell over here, especially those that are not subscribed to the channel just yet. Come on, guys, let's do it. Thank you very much. Now, this is altcoins according to Stock Money Lizards. The altcoin chart is looking great, and we see a similar pattern to the previous 2018-21 cycle. We will enter the green box soon, and this is the smell of altcoin. So, made a pump, made a dump, kind of capitulated, and then made a pump. After it left the yellow box and went into the green box. Right now, we're already on the run up, guys. After having a run up and a capitulation phase, we are already on the way up, guys. This is going to be massive for crypto and altcoins. And according to the Scalping Pro, shout out to the Scalping Pro, like I'm saying, don't get shaken up. Bitcoin's up is inevitable. Whether it pulls down to here, it doesn't matter. If you're trading, of course it matters. Manage your risk, guys. If you are with me on my live shows every single Monday, you will see us trade these coins live and how to manage your risk just like that. Now, you guys can see the same thing happened here. After the halving, okay, we literally just went up. This was a black swan event, but if that didn't happen, we probably would have sat sideways here until we made the explosion. The same thing is going to happen, okay? All right, I don't believe we're going to expect another black swan event. Maybe there's a depression in the market, these kinds of things, guys. But okay, so we're going to have a look at something now at the end of the video. But I first want to go through my Bitcoin, my Dixie chart, etc. Guys, the Dixie chart over here right now, as you guys can see, is kind of making, I mean, we can make a little pullback, make a little pullback, make a little pullback, but I think the continuation of the pattern downwards will continue because that's just what it is on the higher time frames. I think once we get down, you can see it's a bit of like a falling wedge pattern here though. So the moment we get down to here, guys, I would not rule out an expectation of a pump back up to this level over here. Okay, so keep that in mind. That could dump the crypto market, of course, at that point. But if we're looking at Bitcoin dominance at the moment, you guys can see that dominance is also falling. But yet, like I showed you in my video yesterday, the total market cap isn't falling, which means that people are pulling their money out of the crypto space, which is why on CoinGecko, the market cap had fallen by like $100 billion, guys, which is okay. It's not a problem. Please do not worry. Okay. All right, guys, let's jump into some of the Bitcoin charts here. I do have one or two things to say to you that because we have hit a major level, plus we have hit the 618, I could expect a pullback. And we should all expect some sort of pullback, especially considering that over here we are now overheated. And generally, when we are overheated on the RSI, and BSI, that causes a potential of a down pressure movement. Now, I just want to go and show you something because while we were up here at the peak, okay, we essentially made another pump up. While we were up at this peak, that's when we started to come down. So I don't think we quite finished our pump yet, to be very honest, although the candle at the end of a rally, I don't like this. You all know that this is now starting to look like a shooting star. So hopefully by the weekend, it can actually pull up and sit in the green. If we can do that, then we will be looking at this from a doji perspective rather, which would then confirm from last week's candle to this week's candle that we are gathering that bullish momentum. So those are the positive sides of it. The negative side of it is if we do close like this or lower, that is very, 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 very bearish. Okay, and I would definitely and undoubtedly expect a pullback at the very least here to this 37.5, 38K level. Okay, and that's, you can see why over there from my purple box, from my upward sloping line. Like I said to you guys, I would have expected us to pump up here first to the 55K level, maybe the 60K level at least. But you guys have been looking at my Fibonacci, and look how perfectly we actually touched that Fibonacci, 618 Fibonacci up here at 48, 49K. So that's why, you know, I would trade cautiously. We're still in the uptrend at the moment. If we go down to the daily time frame, over here, we can actually see a little bit more closely what the current time frame is. But remember, the higher time frames rule, guys. So you can see that it hasn't broken structure because this is on the daily time frame. It's still got higher highs and higher lows. Okay, it doesn't matter how hard that pullback was, even though that pullback was quite like strong. Okay, it's not that terrible. Okay, so let's just have a quick squeeze here. Although that's a very engulfing candle. This candle engulfed all of these and it pulled us right back under the support zone that essentially we would have wanted to have retested and held above from that candle there. Let us go and see the move of this candle. This candle was a 10% candle. So guys, I just want to show you something now, because from the top to the bottom here, okay, we have actually already had a 15% pullback in Bitcoin. You see what I mean? It's pretty reasonable to expect that. So I would not be scared out of your position, because we only just pulled back into the shape. So we're creating a higher low over here in this instance. That's very good. And I'm going to show you something in the chart in a moment, but sorry, in this chart right here. You guys can see here that the TSI, True Strength Index, is now oversold. The MACD is oversold. This is on the 4-hourly time frame also. The MACD is oversold. The stochastic is oversold. The RSI is coming to the oversold. The sell pressure is dying. And look at the sell pressure in terms of the volume here, guys. The sell pressure actually wasn't that much. The buy pressure here was so much more than the sell pressure here. So, you know, this is probably a couple traders just taking profits, exiting their positions. And if you look at the level that I gave you guys here, look at how strong and valuable and important this is, right? Because not only now do we have one bottom and another bottom, okay, we also have a bottom and a bottom on the stochastic drawing us a W, okay, plus we have that on the True Strength Index. So the same things are already unfolding here for this, and that's just something that we actually have to realize, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be fooled out of your positions. You just want to re-enter. But guys, you know, I entered down here, and I put my stop loss underneath here. Guess what? Smack out. And that's what I mean. That's why you have to sometimes just open your stop loss a little bit. Essentially, I should have put my stop loss under the zone, the technical zone, guys. So that was a bad trade from my perspective, from a risk management perspective. Even though it was a good pump, I could have taken those profits essentially, and I didn't. So you get stopped out, you learn, you move on, and you incur losses sometimes, and that's okay. Now, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, because what I'm about to show you, based on BlackRock and Larry Fink's discussion there about how the infrastructure is going to bring the narrative of energy improvements in infrastructure plus savings, guys. First of all, natural gas is an energy, right? So where do you think natural gas is going? First of all, I'm just giving you the basics of patterns here of charting, but super simple. That is, okay, so this bottom and this bottom and this bottom are all making higher bottoms. Like, you've got a bottoming out pattern, but you are now also way oversold. So it's getting its momentum. It's going to fiddle around here, build a bull flag type thing, very likely, break through it, probably come up to about $5, okay, for gas from this $2.90 level, which is actually like almost 100% increase there, guys. It's a 69% increase there, just as one level, guys. That's let alone the potential of it actually starting to break through all of these levels because of the requirements, guys. It's 174%. Okay. Now, the same thing is happening here on US oil. Have a look at US oil, where we're at. We spoke about this. We had a look at this larger pattern that we were basically making from these higher lows to these higher highs over here. We had a decent pullback to retrace this pump. Okay. Now we're making higher lows over here. So the pattern isn't quite invalidated. I would just now really bring this maybe to that. No, you see, because that was the first level. So we have to get back up above that level, but that is now officially the new level from the upward slope that we actually have to get through. So we really have to get enough momentum in oil. But as you can see, it's building a W pattern, guys. All right. So that W pattern will very likely break us out, probably back up to the all-time highs on oil. And that's something as the world supply chain and economies actually have to realize, because that's going to make everything, all goods, a lot more expensive now as well. Now, guys, if you guys have been watching my channel, I spoke about UEC a shit long time ago, somewhere down over here when it was sitting at about $2. And let's go and see if we can actually find it in my channel, UEC. UEC. Let's see if we can see anything over here. Yeah, okay, I did definitely do it. We'll find it one day on my channel. I'll tag it up here in one of the cards. But guys, I spoke about this channel down, this coin down here and over here. This is just to give you an idea, a massive megaphone, ascending, broadening megaphone pattern, okay? In other words, boom, 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 boom. Look how it respects the level so much. And now, beautifully, we have kind of broken out of this medium zone of resistance with a very, very strong candle. Even though the RSI, BSI is all the way up here at the top, I still think that because of this breakout, we could pull back a little bit here over the next few days, find some support, even back down to this level of the $6.50, and then make our way back up to like this $13 level, guys. I think this coin will definitely 100% from where it is and beyond to grow. Guys, look at where this coin has come from. Okay, we're making like very much higher highs over there. Okay, so you guys can see this coin is going one way. And then the last thing, this is the crypto narrative energy web token. EWT is the ticker. It is now finding support on this level, even though it's been rejected off of this downsloping resistance trend. You guys can see that essentially a breakout of this pattern will take us up to at least this level over here of like the $6 level. So that would be a potentially good trade. Then the next level will probably be about this $10. So, you know, guys, there are a few trades to be looking out for. First level will give you 115%. Your next level will give you an estimated maybe 245%. And your following level about 422% on this coin, guys. Don't miss out on this opportunity, guys. I did increase my position over here now as well. I did add to it at 43,000. So I am down a little bit on this one still. I will continue. If we do fall down a little bit more here, I will add to the position, but I don't think we're going to fall too much, guys. So if we start turning around here and going back up, I will undoubtedly add to that position. The same thing here on my Bybit account. Remember to use my links down below. You can see my Beam trade is down a little bit. My Joe trade is down a little bit. My Myria is down a little bit, and my Optimism is down a little bit, guys. I got into Optimism, I think, this morning. Yeah, so we'll just continue to manage these trades. But my tier is up, my Quant is up, my Lido is up, my ICP is up, and my Arbitrum is pumping, guys. So decent trades. I got stopped out over here. You can have a look at it if you guys like. Let's go and have a closer squiz into the trade itself. And you guys can see exactly where I got stopped out. So I actually bought some on this candle because I put a limit down there, okay? But it sold out. I think it sold out before I bought out. No, I bought and then I got taken out, okay? Because I bought here trying to add to the position, but this candle just wicked me out because the volume of it was just far too much for us to handle on this time frame. So, guys, I haven't got into a new Bitcoin position on my Bybit yet, so I'd like to sit here and do that with you, perhaps, so that you guys can see. So let's go 42. I'm going to go limit 42,845. 42,845. Okay. And we're going to go like maybe $20 worth. Okay. Let's go check this out. Six. Yeah, let's go six. Let's go $13 worth. Okay. So let's see what the liquidation. So 41K. 41K. I don't really want to be liquidated at that position. So maybe what I'll do is lower the Bitcoin leverage to about 15. You see how I'm doing this, guys? I'm sharing a little bit with you guys how to add trades and how to do trades as well. So now that position will cost me $17. I'm still happy with it. Let's see if it moves my liquidation level. It's now 40,200, which would be still there. Okay, no problem. Then what I'll do is if we do fall down, I'll just continue to add to the position. So I'm happy to now basically put in my stop loss here. So 40,250. Okay. I will open the long. Let's just make sure that, yeah, you see 839. You see I can get a better buy entry. So 839 is that's where we, oh, you see, in fact, I'll even go 830, 833. We're going down 833, eh? Okay, we'll leave it at 833 for the sake of the video right now. So there you go. There's the entry. There's the limit. It has been successfully entered into. And let's see if now that Bitcoin trade is in here. No, is it limits? No, it hasn't been activated just yet. But you can see from the RSI, we're expecting a little bit more like down movement here, but it just is what it is, guys. So we will see. We'll add to the position. I'll continue to build the position again, and we will stay in touch. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for being here with me today. Truly appreciate every single one of you beings. And please remember, if you guys want to come over and check out my crypto Bliss merchandise, I'll leave the link down in the description of the video for you guys. Check out these cool caps, these pillows, these bags, these t-shirts. Buy some Bitcoin right now. Phone covers, socks, blankets, all kinds of things, guys. Lots and lots of fun. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great amount of energy there. Thank you for the support, the love, the care. Let's rock on to the next video. We'll see you later.